what is up everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to tail whip. Okay, so basically you need to know a couple things before actually trying the tail whip. First, you need to have a scooter, like something like this. You can really have any scooter, but I do not recommend razors because the bars are super close together, so it's hard to actually control the tail whip. And since the edges of the deck are sharp, it's gonna be really painful if it hits you while you're trying tail whips. Also, you want to keep in mind bar height. Bar height is really important because if your bars are too tall, it's gonna be super hard to keep in control of your tail whip. And if your bars are too short, it's gonna be the same thing. So I would recommend bar height around your waist. Like me, mine are a little bit shorter than my waist, but I can still keep in control of the tail whip and it's comfortable. Also, you need to keep in mind bar width, because if your bars are too skinny, it's gonna be super hard to keep in control of the tail whip and keep the tail whip motion going. But if your bars are too wide, when you move on to bar spins, it's gonna be really hard because they're gonna get caught in your shirt and stuff. And also it's gonna be really hard to do a tail whip if your bars are all the way out here. So the second thing you need to know before actually trying a tail whip is what a tail whip is.
A tail whip is where you jump, you flick the deck with your toes, you spin it around with your wrist a little bit. If you're more experienced, you catch it. Then you put your front foot on and you stomp.
Okay, so now that you know what a tail whip actually is, let's get into how you should start trying this trick. So first, you're going to want to know if you're goofy or regular. This will determine which way you flick the tail whip, if you flick it counterclockwise or clockwise. After you know which way you stand, you need to practice flicking it with your toe, so that you practice what you're actually going to do when you go up and try it. Like this. You're going to want to do this over and over again until you basically can do it in your sleep. Just make sure to flick it with your toes and not your heels, and also make sure to keep it under you.
It doesn't matter which foot you flick with and which foot you catch with. You can flick and catch with any foot.
Now you're going to want to practice this exercise where you flick the deck, you put your foot on the ground, and then you stomp on it. Like this. Or this. Or this. Just do this as much as you can so you practice actually committing and landing on the deck, and you practice the motions with your wrists. The motions with your wrists are to keep the deck spinning, like when you try double whips or triple whips. For the motion, you basically just want to flick the deck to get it started, and then wiggle your wrists up and down to keep the deck going. After you have all these steps down, completely muscle memory, you can do it whenever you want, then you're going to want to try it. I recommend trying it flat first, just because if you try it on a ramp first, doing it flat will be way harder. Just keep trying and trying, and if it doesn't work on flat at first, just persist, because it doesn't come naturally necessarily. If you really think that it's just too hard on the ground and you want to take it to a ramp, definitely do it, because I had a problem with committing, which means I could only put one foot on the deck because I was scared to put both feet on the deck, and I was trying it flat. But then I took it to a ramp and I landed it, and then I could do it easy on flat. So sometimes ramps are good.
Your attempts might look a little like this, but eventually you'll get it.
Alright, that's it. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you in the next video.